Welcome. In this video, we're going to address the question, should I sell on Etsy or on my own website? So naturally, it can be quite confusing when you're first starting out. There's so many different options for where you can sell your work online, and we all want to do the right thing. We all want to know what the best option is, but it does depend a little bit. So I'm going to be sharing kind of a little bit about the pros and cons of each. Etsy is a wonderful place to start selling, especially if you're a little bit concerned about using the technology online, if you want everything kind of ready to go as quick as possible and you just want to get up and running. So I do really encourage people to often start out with Etsy because so much of it is done for you, and it's a really nice kind of testing ground for your products. It builds your confidence in working with an e-commerce platform, and of course, you know, some of the other pros of selling on Etsy is it is a marketplace, so people are there to buy things. It's very crowded, so whether you're selling on Etsy or your own website, a common kind of misconception is that traffic won't just be flooding to you. You may get a few little sales at the beginning, but it's really important that whichever platform you choose, that you market it, and that is the key to getting sales. So the way that I think about it is Etsy, your website, all these different website platforms are just a shop front. They all look a little bit different, they all have a slightly different vibe, but ultimately driving traffic to that shop is what's going to make you popular as a business and what's going to build and grow your brand, which obviously a lot of the videos that we do and a lot of the training that we do is all about that marketing aspect. But coming back to just the shop front, just getting your work on a platform, Etsy is brilliant because it has all the kind of policies in there. It's set up and made for people to be selling their work online. But the challenges with it is that you don't have as much control. Etsy can change their policies at any time, and they regularly do. There are often quite high fees involved as well, and they again can change at any time. We've all heard of those kind of nightmares where your shop can get closed down. It is very rare, but it is possible. It's not our website. We don't have any ownership over it. So there is a little bit more risk on there. And perhaps the biggest challenge for me with Etsy is that there's no real brand loyalty. So if I was to buy a necklace or earrings from Etsy, I would say I bought them from Etsy. I'm very unlikely to name the specific seller. And if I'm going back to buy some more things, I'm probably going to go back to Etsy and look around again. So we don't get as many of those repeat purchases and kind of customer loyalty. It's also a bit harder to do email marketing on Etsy and various things like that. So there's a few things to consider, but I really do encourage you, if you are new to this and you're thinking, I just want to get going, I don't want to spend 6 months or so creating this awesome website, I think it is a great place to test your products, test your selling skills online, and start working on your marketing. Because remember, your marketing is going to work wherever you send it, whether you're sending them to Etsy or sending them to your own website. All of that hard work is not going to be lost. The Holy Grail is creating your own website in the long run. This is what I see jewelers do as they're growing, as they're developing. Now, some jewelers will start with their own website. If you are confident with the technology, or you just want to do it and you're going to go for it, then good for you. And I think that this is where everyone pretty much ends up or strives to end up. There are some Etsy sellers that are primarily based on there and it works really well for them. But for most of us, your own website, like I said, you have more control over it. You have a brand experience, so you can tailor everything. And people are typing in your web address, or they are finding your brand. They're Googling you on Google. They're leaving reviews specifically for you. And you're more likely to be able to target them with email marketing. You're able to put pixels on your website so that you can do Facebook ads, you can do Instagram ads. So as your business grows, you have a lot more control of the whole process, all of your marketing, and that kind of user experience for your customers from start to finish. So that's my advice on selling on Etsy versus selling on a website. I don't normally recommend selling on both because it is almost twice the work. It does work for some people, but generally speaking, the more focused we can be, key. We encourage you to have one strong social media platform where you are driving traffic to your sales page, wherever that is, one strong place where you are selling online, and combine that with email marketing in order to have a wonderful package that is manageable for you to do as an individual jeweler. Although it doesn't always feel like it, it is possible as long as we do a little bit each day, working on it over the process of a number of years to grow our business. And also it's an effective journey for your customers to go through. So I hope that has been helpful. If you guys have any questions about this, feel free to ask below. Also, feel free to share your experience. What has worked for you? Are you selling on Etsy? Are you selling on a website? My favorite website platforms are Shopify and Squarespace. They are just personal preferences for me because I find that both of them have brilliant designs, brilliant options for powerful e-commerce. If you have lots of products in your shop, I would normally recommend Shopify. If you're just starting out and you have a very small portfolio collection, then Squarespace can work well as well. But there are loads of platforms that work well. So pick a platform, commit to it, go for it, and market wherever you're selling, because that is the key to be able to getting those sales. So best of luck. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you would like to find out more about our free online courses and join our community, visit us at jewelersacademy.com.